What's up, guys? Papa Truth here alongside with Spiral. What's up, Spiral?
Good, man.
Good?
Wearing the shades of the medical.
Oh, I could just imagine. The shades are on him for a specific reason. It depends on the deck that he's using right now. And you guys, if you guys don't remember, Spiral was on our channel twice with his Altergiest. And what was it? SPYRALs.
And my SPYRALs.
SPYRALs, yeah, obviously. And right now he's giving us a whole nother deck. So let's see what you're playing. What you playing?
I'm playing anti-meta. I topped in a store called Gaming Universe 2 times the second place.
Alright, so let's get straight to it.
Yeah, so standard.
Flip them up. Yep, there you go.
Fossil Dinah.
Of course.
She stops a lot of decks. She's just, you know, like, sometimes I even caught some players that were playing Mech Knight Invokes, and I would use one of my back row to distract, to get the Macabre to negate, and then when they would attack, I would have this face down to flip and destroy the whole board, and then I would just normal summon like Spec Border or something else, and then they wouldn't be able to play. Or half the time, if I went first against Mech Knight Sky Striker, normal summon, set 5 pass, and they just wouldn't know what to do because they can't special anything from their hand.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
We have the MVP of all games,
TK.
Thunder King Ryo. Really busted card. He's just
2-free.
He kills the whole format. Like he literally like
especially Trick Stars.
I've played so many Gouki players this weekend, and summon Thunder King and Isso don't do nothing. Goukis don't do nothing. They just look at me and they set monsters. Like when you know a deck gets hurt when they have to set cards. It's just so bad.
That's just true.
He also can tribute himself to negate a special summon, but a lot of people, they like to try to bait me and be like, is she gonna do it? But there's no point. Like you could just leave them there. They're not gonna do nothing to it. Like they just want it out of the field so they can continue their plays.
True.
And the last monster, I only play 9 monsters in the deck.
You said last monster?
Yeah.
What's up?
Spec Border.
Oh my god.
He is the
hilarious.
best. He is Majesty's Fiend
on crack.
On crack. Like he's just. I had so many rulings and people yelling at me for rulings, and I always have to have a judge around.
Not a lot of people understand Inspector Border. It's the way he's worded.
Yeah, the way they wrote him is weird, but I'm gonna put in a more simpler term so people know, so they can understand what it does.
You summon him, you don't play Yugi.
Yeah, you summon him, you can't activate monster effects, but have like I'm gonna use Goukis as an example. If you have an Isso, and you summon Gouki, and you normal summon Super X, and then you activate Super X effects, you only can use one effect because there's only one monster from your extra deck. People get it confused. People are like, but I have 2 links. I'm like, it can't be 2 of the same type of monster. It has to be like
one synchro,
like
one
if I'm playing
XC.
against DDDs, they'll most likely be able to get over Spec Border because they'll fusion, link, and do all that. So they'll be able to get around it. But if it's a deck that just plays links and you're just gonna have mad links on board, you can only play one effect. So it's pretty good. I remember I had an argument with a guy who was playing Wind Witch, and he kept trying to activate the Wind Witch in hand to special, and I had to get a judge to tell him like you can't do it because the reveals and activation is not inherent. So like if you really want to play this deck, you have to know the rulings of every single monster, because people will try to do their best to try to make you look stupid, and you can't let them do that. It's just not
Spyral's not like that.
Nah, that's not happening to me.
And just to let you guys know, his name is not Kenny. I know, because of your shirt. That's not his real name, guys.
Yeah.
We will not announce his real name.
So now we go with spells. I only play
crazy.
I only play 9 monsters because, trust me, when you see my spells, you're gonna understand why. We'll start off with the 1-ups. I only play 1 Regeki. This is
not surprising.
I play it because
it's Regeki.
If I draw it in the beginning, or if I draw it at second, it still works. It doesn't matter. It gets things out of the way. Other players, if you want, you can switch to Regeki for Monster Reborn. It's your personal preference. If you want to steal their boss monster and punch them with it, or you want to nuke board, it's whichever one. It's preference.
Okay.
2 Desires. I used to play 3, but 3 was so bad.
Okay.
2 is better. I feel like I'm only gonna resolve 1 in the game. Maybe
You just
once in a blue, once in a blue, I'll resolve 2 just to try to win, but I never go for the second one. I just have this one just to resolve 1, and hopefully this gets banished instead of a good card getting banished.
Okay.
So I don't draw it or anything.
Okay.
Moon Mirror Shield. So busted. Oh
good.
my god, it's just... You have this and Dyna, this and Thunder King.
It gets over Ultimate Falcon.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Ultimate Falcon's a pain in the ass. And also, it's just good. It's just, I can equip it to anything, man. I remember one game I was facing Dinos. The Dino player gave me a token, I equipped this to the token, and I gamed him. I just kept attacking on his monsters, and he was just mad because he's losing to a token he gave me. And it's just funny. The stuff you could do with Moon Mirror Shield is so stupid. We got Quiet Life. This is a very good card. Very underrated card. I don't know why people are not playing it in anti-meta. If you're going second, you would side this out because it's bad going second. It's amazing when you go first. If you win the die roll and you draw this, you got everything. Basically what it does is this has to be the first card you activate before anything else.
It has to activate on your main phase 1.
And basically, if you normal summon, you can't special. If you special summon, you can't normal.
For the rest of the turn.
Yes. So it makes the opponent be like, damn, I gotta really, I gotta really know what to do. Usually I side this out when I play Sky Strike because all they do is special, so this is a minus. So I just take it out. But against Goukis, this just rapes their whole board, man. I go Quiet Life, summon Thunder King, and then they'll be like game 2 because if I stop their special or their normal and then their search, they lose. They just can't do anything. It's fun. It's fun just being...
Yeah, make me go home and build this.
Now we're going to the draw power of the deck. Duality.
Of course.
You're never going to special in this deck, so this is 2 free.
Exactly.
Demise, because
it's Demise.
It's just, if you can resolve this the right way, because people say, oh, Demise is just Demise. It's like, you have to know how to play this card. You can't just Demise and expect to have a perfect hand. It's just not going to happen. You have to be able to have the space to set cards in anti-meta. You can't just go, I have 1 space, I'm going to activate Demise. You can't do that, because sometimes, half the time, I hold the Demise in my hand and I wait until they blow up my board or something, and then I do it again. And I just keep going.
Okay.
But some people, they just play it because of draw power. I play it like when it's necessary. Yeah, like when it's actually necessary to play. Now we'll go to the traps. Macrocosmos, because it kills Sky Strikers in 1 turn. Like it just literally like...
Light Sworn Sky Strikers, all them knuckleheads.
Heavy Dust Storm.
Very good card. I feel like it's a sleeper.
It's so good when you go first. It's bad when you go second, but I still play it because...
I started playing it with Diablos.
Yeah, it's good with Diablos, but it's also good with anti-meta because you go first turn, right? And then they activate their cards. You probably locked them out already, but they set cards, and you don't. The thing that this deck fears the most is Drowning Mirror Force and Storming. It's the worst thing in the world. So you want to end phase activate, pop the 2 things, and then go off on your turn. So then you're not really scared of what they're gonna do to you. 2 Drowning,
of course.
Because sometimes when you don't draw a monster, this actually saves your life, like literally. Like,
yeah, because you only play 9 monsters.
I only play 9 monsters, so like if I desires and I only have like 2 monsters left, this actually saves me from a lot of stuff. The only thing that this cannot stop is cards like that Red Eyes Fusion monster that when he attacks you can't activate anything, and Utopia Lightning. So usually when I see something like that happen, game 2 I usually side these out, put something else.
Okay.
Phantom Nightwings is so underrated. This card is so underrated, and I don't know why it's common. It should have been a secret.
Well, at least we printed.
Yeah. What this does is you can target 1 monster on the field. It gains a permanent 500 attack. It doesn't lose the attack at the end phase or anything. It's a permanent 500 attack, and for that 1 turn only, the monster that you targeted can be destroyed by battle or card effects once. So sometimes, against the Sky Striker matchup, they would activate Afterburner. I would chain this. My monster gains a boost. Afterburner doesn't pop my monster. Saves my card for a turn. They usually want to pop the Fossil Dyna. They want to pop the Thunder King because they want to use Engage. They want to special Hornet drones. So it's a good protection card. I might put it to 3. It depends. I feel like at 2 is bad good for no reason. So
okay, that's fair.
2 compulse because it's just compulse.
It's compulse. It came back to 3.
Actually, sometimes I use compulse on myself. I remember one time a guy, he activated Fog Blade on me because I was playing against PK. I bounced my card back to my hand and I resummoned it like main phase 2 and he was pissed. He was just like, damn it, I want to spec border out the game. I can't let that happen, man. Like, it's just, I love the card too much.
Yep, he needs to get his life together.
Mistake. It's like playing.
Stops literally Koa'ki's everything.
It's like playing another Thunder King Ryo.
Okay.
I main it. I used to side it, but maining it in this format has to be mained. It's too good.
Trick Stars, Gouki.
I don't play it at 3 because it's too bricky. I don't like drawing 2 at the same time. I rather draw 1 and banish 1 with Desires, or like, you know, when I have it at all if I have Thunder King.
Okay.
Phantom Knight Sword.
Very good.
It's kind of like the Phantom Knight wings, but it equips to the monster, and the monster gains 800. But if the monster was destroyed, this leaves instead of the monster leaving. So it's kind of the same thing. It's just this was more boost. It gives more boost to the monster.
Attack,
so like having a 2800 spec border is like the scariest thing to a person who's playing monster effects. Like if I play against BA and I do a spec border and I do this, they'll just be like next game. Let's go to the next game. I'll go first. So.
Okay. I see.
And the Solemn package.
Yep, you have to Solemn Beret.
3 strikes, 1 warning, and 1 judgment.
Damn, I feel bad.
These
for your opponent.
Yeah, man, like it's crazy, man. Like if I draw at least two out of the 5 of these, I have control of the whole game. You know?
Okay. Right.
And people, they like baiting me out, but I'm not stupid, man.
You know this deck way too well.
Deck, 3 Winter Cherries. Because this card has saved me from so many FTKs and OTKs and so many decks. She's just great. I feel like she's really good. But
she's a sleeper.
Yeah, sometimes people don't know when to cherries, but with my deck is once you have the lockout,
you got the lockout.
She could just do whatever with her. It just doesn't matter.
All right.
3 Denko.
Denko.
I usually side this out against my worst fear, Yosenju anti-meta. I can't beat the deck for the life of me. People say like, why do I play this? It hurts yourself. I'm like, it does hurt you as well, but it stops Yosenju because they play too many Mirror Force and Bottomless. You want to be able to just summon this and keep punching, and that's it. Because most of the Yosenjus, all their cards are like not past her attack, so you can just easily like stop them.
Unless they use Senju 1U and bounce you.
Yeah. But
that's the only way.
But in the end, like if they bounce me, now I have my back row to use. So then they don't know what to do. So it's like a mind game when it comes with Denko. So if they bounce her, I'll just be like, fine, I'll just compulse him to your hand. You can't attack me, and then I'll just resummon it again.
I like a lot.
Anti-spell because pendulums are still a thing.
Pendulums, yeah.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
I did face a pendulum player and I 2-0'd him because
you drew them.
The first game he almost had me, but he attacked into a face down fossil dyna, blew up his board, and then game 2 I sided these in, and I drew anti-spell, mistake, and a Thunder King, and they just couldn't do anything.
Okay. Alright.
Curse of Darkness for Sky Strike.
Yeah.
Because Jesus Christ, that deck is annoying. If I have to side it. Like it's just I have to do it. Like if I know I'm going first, I have to.
Okay.
Because this just kills them. Like it controls them from going too crazy with the spells. So they have to actually know what they're doing.
Correct.
What I like about Red Reboot is some people, they use it from the hand. I set it and use it from the hand. Like
this type of deck is really good even if you do set it regardless.
Yeah, and I like it because Mirror Match, I have full control of the game. Against Yosenjus, I have full control, and against like Altergeist and Paleo, this is completely like kills
especially
them.
Paleo.
Kills them. Like,
okay, not bad.
All right, so the extra deck. The extra deck is not really like an actual extra deck. This is more like cherry targets. But I want to help people who play the deck know what to actually put that actually will beat this deck. I only put cards that I know that I can beat.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
So for fusions, he's the only one.
Okay.
He's still at 3. He's still powerful. He's still annoying.
Oh yeah, definitely.
People could summon him, and the people don't. They're like, oh, but it's anti-meta. You can stop him. Yeah, but I mean, they can summon him, and now because he has a fusion, he can banish my 1 monster.
True.
Now he has 1 effect to use against the spec border. So it's really, I have to put him there.
Okay.
Omega, because it's Omega. He's annoying.
Light Sworns, anybody that summons.
Yeah, usually the Light Sworn engine is the reason why for this, because they'll summon 3 of these, and I need to get rid of all 3. I can't deal with it. It's annoying.
You're taking it kind of personal.
They're just irritated. I lost to, like when I first started making anti-meta again, I kept losing to Light Sworns. I'm like, I can't beat the deck because of Omega. It's just because in anti-meta, the less cards in your hand, the worse it gets. So 3 Omegas, I have 2 cards in hand to start off. I can't do anything.
True.
You know? Crystal Wing, because Wind Witches are always going to be annoying. And if you have 1 monster and they do double Wind Witch, you just cherries, and then they're not going to go for this anymore.
Okay.
They're just going to do Stardust, and you're like, okay, Stardust is nothing.
I take that offensive. I am highly offended.
I love the card, but in this format, he's not doing anything. Like,
True.
I wish he can just be good again. Like,
I'm gonna change that. Spirit. Blue Eyes is an issue.
Man, I'm gonna put these 2 together because you should understand. Like,
oh, right off the bat, say no more. Just especially him.
Yeah, these 2 together are a pain in the ass. Like, if I could get rid of one or the other, I'm good. But usually I go for him first.
Because you barely special summon so much that you don't really need to worry about that other effect, and you don't have a graveyard.
In game, like in the first game, if I see him not doing this and I just see him doing this, I'll just go for this. Okay. And it kills Blue Eyes completely. Like, all they have to do is rely on this summoning and attacking, but I have all the back row to stop it.
Okay.
If the first game I see him do VFD, then second game I'm gonna banish the VFD over this.
See, gotcha.
Toad, cause
yes,
Toad. He annoying as fuck. Dante, because BAs sneak up on me, man. I hate that deck. Like, they always sneak into me. And then I get Farfoot, and then they hit my card, and I just get so pissed. Ultimate Falcon, because Waking the Dragons. Oh my god. Waking the Dragons is like the most irritating card, and I had one game where before this I had a different card in the extra deck, and I did a heavy dust storm at the end phase, and I hit his Waking the Dragon, and he summoned this, and I don't know what the hell to do. And I was just like, nah, he's going in the extra deck. I need to hit him.
Okay.
The Shizuku and Kagari.
Yep.
Because game 2, if they don't side anything to stop my hand trap, like Call to the Grave, they're not playing the game.
Fair enough.
You know?
That's fair. There's a logical reason.
Yeah. Altergeist Hextia. There's a good reason why she's in here.
Altergeist.
When I play Altergeist, I can beat their whole deck with 1 monster. Inspect Board just kills the deck.
Okay.
But when they summon this, it's harder to beat the deck because
she becomes a hitter.
Yeah, she could boost herself with a trap, and then she could just punch over Inspect Border, and then they could just win after that. Because then everything I summon are just gonna bounce, and it's just annoying. Because now that they have this on board, I summon Inspect Border. Now they have a requirement for Inspect Border. Now they can bounce with Siliquist, and they just keep doing it until I just scoop.
True.
And so I hit her before I even hit any of the other cards.
Okay.
It's sold because this bitch needs to get banned.
Yeah, no, come on. No, come on, I'm so close to Needle Fiber with my Synchrons. Don't do this.
She's too, like...
She's okay.
Like, I'm looking at Nats, and I saw a top 64 6 Sam, and I'm like, what? So it's like, she makes a lot of decks come back, and... Like, I wish her purpose was just for Noble Knights, but as Yu-Gi-Oh players, we have to abuse what's good.
So, true, very true.
But against Gouki, I hit this, and they'll most likely continue, but they won't go off.
Hard,
like, they won't go too crazy.
Okay.
Electromite, because he appears randomly, and it irritates me.
Okay.
Like, it's usually when I play that 60 card variant that the guy from Triff Gaming plays, Steve.
Yeah.
He's really good at playing pendulums, and there's people that copy his deck, and so like when I see them do that, I have to game 2, I have to like cherries this card.
Okay.
Double Helix, yes, this is my baby and my pride and joy, but like
once in a while you'll pop up.
When I tell you that my deck likes to creep up on people, it does the job.
Fair enough.
And the most annoying card in the game.
The baby. Right next to Stardust. Right next to Stardust.
He's I know it's a one-of. He's
gonna come back to 3.
I know he's a one-of, but
he's still a problem.
To be honest, for people who say he should get banned, you're overthinking it. This is a main character card.
They would never
Konami
do that.
has never banned a card, and if they do, it'd be the first. But I feel like all he needs is a errata. That's all he needs. Just a once per turn.
No.
Just a once per turn.
I'm a Cybers player. You're gonna be a future Cybers player. Come on.
I know, but it's like I can see the unfairness. I can see the unfairness with it.
All right. So that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. Cool. Thanks. You got me curious about anti-meta now.
Yeah, man. Right now the format for me is not fun. So if I can't have fun, I have to make a deck that makes me not have fun. So I just kind of felt like that was my theory on it.
Okay.
It's just Sky Striker everywhere, and like I know everybody's
it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be Cybers everywhere soon.
I know. That's what I'm It's gonna be the land of Cyber Dragons and Cybers, man. It's gonna be everywhere. That's when I'll actually have more better like deck profiles to show. But I wanted to do anti-meta because I don't know, just
you might want. There's people out there that want to fight against the format, so this might be their chance.
Yeah. Like if I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh, why should you? You know, like that's how I thought about it when I played the deck. I want to do shout-outs to Gaming Universe. Like their locals is really fun. Like,
there you go.
They're always nice to me. They always help me out with cards. They lend me cards sometimes if I don't have it.
Okay.
Also Zeno, where we're recording right now.
All right.
It's always like
shout out Zeno.
From home. Also to Proper Truth, you know, he always lets me do deck profiles and stuff.
Gotta show that love, bro. Gotta show that love.
Yeah, man. And you know, all the players that you know they like Rogue. Like I'm a Rogue player. Like I used to play meta with Spirals, but that was because like I played Spirals before it became a thing. So.
Fair enough.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
All right, so I appreciate you showing off your anti-meta deck, man, and hope we get you on the channel again soon.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. So there you guys have it. That was Spyral's anti-meta deck. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and we both hope to see y'all at the next video. Later.